touching your blood.
Touch my blood.
Touch my blood.
It's touching my blood.
The song is touching your blood.
This is touching my blood. Huh?
So, tell us guys, what's nice about being in the studio?
The studio? I'll show you in my work. Hi, my name is Wakira Tetwa.
And?
I can be anything I want to be. Because my dad says so. Size Killa.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Size Killa, real name Tetwa. I was raised in S1E1, Mbawane, Tembelihle, City Boy, 404, you know what it is. Welcome to the first episode of what I would like to call the FUN2MENTALS or the Fundamentals, which is going to be a show that we're going to be doing, or rather a series that we're just going to be doing that's going to delve into Black Shakespeare and, you know, just certain stories behind the songs, interesting stuff that happens when we were in the studio or whatever. But yeah, I think more so I also just want to create an environment where I can get to engage with the people that listen to the music. And if there's something that you would like to hear, or there's something that you'd like to know, or there's something that you'd like to add, I think this is the space where we can really talk about it. So I'm going to be doing some of these videos, and I'm hoping you guys are going to engage with me and, you know, shoot me up with some ideas. And, you know, also I'd like to make this a space where I can meet more creatives who can say, look man, I'd love to shoot a video for you, or I'd love to give you a beat or whatever, you know, anything. And if there's anything that anyone needs from myself, of course, in terms of services or whatever, but I want us to create that kind of I'd say creative ecosystem rather. So yeah, like I said, my name is Size Killa, aka Black Shakespeare, the Fundamentals. Let's go.
Yes. Kamalami Wakira Tetwa. No way.
If anything, I wanted that to speak to my priority list, you know, and if there's one thing that's high up in my priority list, I feel it's number one. My number one priority is my children. You understand? Not even I come before that. I mean, even I come after that.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
There's a backstory to this thing, being that, okay, when my son was born, okay, before he was born, Shoti, I think he was not positioned well in his mom's tummy, so he was actually positioned on his foot, like, you know, in a bent kind of way. So when he came out,
Love you, Daddy.
You too, bye-bye. Peace. Yeah.
he had sat on it for a long time, and it actually affected his muscles and everything. So yeah. You, Jordan.
Yeah.
Tell me, Jordan, what's nice about being in the studio?
The studio, I'll show you my.
It was crazy. I think for the first 6 weeks of his life, they had to cast him in the hospital, and then I'd have to take off the cast like every week, because then they'd have to reapply it. But before that, they'd have to stretch his leg and do all kinds of stuff. So I mean, it was tough because this is my first lighty, my first child, and you know, I didn't really have much of a clue as to what was going on, like in terms of just parenting and all that stuff. I was just winging it, and yeah, my mom was helping me at the time as much as she could, but yeah, it was tough, man. And yeah, especially the whole uncasting him thing, because I had to do it with like warm water. it was also, I'd say, something that strengthened mine and his relationship. I know it was even tough on his mom as well. So yeah, and then I think he moved from that stage because we had to cast him for like the first 6 weeks, and then after that he moved to the stage of where he got boots with like a metal band. Because what the doctor said, shout out to Mbabane government, you know, I know there's a lot of things that are said about the institution, but really when it came to, especially the maternity section of things, I really want to credit them for just the way they do things. I'd like to think, I mean obviously there's stories about, you know, someone not happy about what they do, but you know, concerning my son personally, I think they really treated me well, and the doctor really tried to assure me that, look man, your son's not handicapped or anything. He was just ill positioned in the stomach, and if we don't ignore it now and we just pay attention to it, and he has to go through a process for like the next 6 months and he's gonna be a-okay. And I was like, yo, okay, sharp. And I trusted him and I could see the results, and yeah, so I mean, shout out, it's like I'm saying, because my son, I mean, I'm probably gonna see him on this video. He's perfect. He runs so fast you can't even catch him. So yeah, it's just that, man, that was really one of the things that I also think brought me and my son closer. You know, we're just like, we're like this, you know. So yeah, just yeah, I think it's that mostly, and then the song is just an encapsulation of just all those emotions and all those feelings brought into one. What it do? This is Size Killa. We're at the National Library in Manzini. We're here for an audiobook recording. That's what we do, man. We work with the poets. Everyone is swing. Yeah, but it's
Black Race York.
yeah, you understand. Black Race Records, Timbuktu Library, Bantfu Nation. We out here, boy. Like recently, me and my brother FTC were working on an audiobook for, I won't really say what because maybe probably I'm not allowed to publicly say, but yeah, it was an audiobook that was being recorded. I think we took like, that was 6 hours worth of vocals, you know. Yeah, but it's gonna be probably cut down to like a 2-hour final thingy. But yeah, it was amazing. We're doing that with the French embassy basically, and yeah, it's just a book that's been translated from a couple of languages, from French to English, and this one, the interesting part was being translated into Siswati and saving control S The reading was being done in Siswati, so it was such an amazing experience. I got to learn new words. Didn't even know there were certain words like that in Swati. It was so interesting to just get to experience the way Siswati you can say one thing and 3 ways, and it can mean 3 different things, but it's the same thing, you know, especially the way it's written, because we had to, you know, do that with the reader who was reading and maybe reading it in another tone, and you know what I'm trying to say. So I really got to experience the diversity of the language here and how amazing it is, how beautiful it is, and yeah, it was just quite the experience. Something I had not done, you know, where I had to come through, like I'm saying, 6 hours of vocals just to come up with the final product. Yeah, with my two hours something. So yeah.
Ngacabanga kakhulu ngaleli hlathi nekuthi kwentekani lapha kilo. Ngagcina ngidweba sithombe sami sekuqala ngepenseli lemibalabala. Lo mdwebo bewubukeka kanje.
we take it from there? Yeah? Sorry? Can we take it from there?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Can we move the speakers? There we go, thank you. Alright, silence on set.
Okay, man. We'll just, I won't play that other part, we'll just go.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a compound right here later.
yeah. So then we'll be recording on blank space.
Yeah. Are they off, mister?
Yeah.
Go off.
Yeah.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, sure.
3, 2. Yeah, once again, like I said, welcome to the fundamentals, where everything is fun to mental. So yeah, like I said, this is just somewhere where I feel like we can get to sit and chat and just, you know, I can get to relate my story with you, and you can get to talk to me in the comments, and it's things I'm definitely going to pay attention to so that I can address in coming episodes and all of that. Also, shout out to Black Race Records, shout out to Timbuktu Library, shout out to Forever Legendary, shout out to Bantfu Nation, shout out to We Make Music. Yeah, man. It's been such a long journey as Size Killa. You know, all the companies I'm actually mentioning is companies that, you know, we either co-founded or just have been a part of or worked with, and, you know, have and continue to do very amazing things for not just ourselves but for young artists in the country. And we're also really looking forward to, I'd say, man, being those people that can be a refuge for the arts in general. You know, God willing, we will grow to a space where we can even get out of music and do other things. Yeah.
Young Tola is getting a grand a week later, you know, some umbuto kind of package. Yeah.
Embellish your skin in a pool of unforgettable dreams where it seems like we are beings immortalizing the unforgettable words of our forefathers.
During my journey, you know, and one thing I can say maybe to younger kids that are in this country is also, I mean, I'm not saying don't go to school and then be an accountant or be a banker or whatever it is that you want to be. And they feel like, yo, things are not really cutting in the arts because there's no money. Yeah, you may be right even there, you know, to say, I'd say you're right to say it's scarce, it's hard to make a living in the arts, especially in S1E1. But we as, I like to call myself a pioneer of some sort in this S1E1 music industry, you know. So believe it or not, you know, we're here to change things, and I might not be the man that's going to reap.
But I'm still here. But I hold no fear. I pray that the Lord covers me in everything I do. And I pray that the Lord goes before me in everything that I do.
You know, the greatest rewards from music in S1E1, but I know that there's an artist down the line that's going to benefit from the things that we do. And the bravery that we have to stand in front of many people when they say nay and we say yay, you know, and when they say stop we say go, when they say it's closed we open. So that's just who we are. We are trailblazers, we are people that go against the grain by nature, and we are not scared to do that. But at the same time we are responsible individuals, and we are not radical, we are responsible. So yeah, I'm here to say I'm for hip hop and I stand for hip hop, and anyone that knows me knows I stand for hip hop. And I mean, if you don't, then you better ask somebody. Yeah, I'm told. So yeah, shout out, man, to just everybody that I'm working with. Like I said, shout out to Ecstasy, shout out to Virus, shout out to Tande Akola, who is a force, but you guys will know that soon enough, I guess. Shout out to Tempo Beats. Shout out to Prime Umbrella for putting me on. First time I was ever even on the mic, because without you, this would have never happened. Shout out to my mom for giving me wings to fly. The only person that ever said, I don't know what the hell it is that you're doing, but I just want you to do it and I want you to be happy. And yeah.
And I pray that the Lord goes before me in everything that I do. My name is Size Killa. Welcome to Black Shakespeare. One love.
The song essentially was a song that was done before she was actually born. Shout out to Alex Muti, shout out to Tando Lenkosi Simelani, my boy. So yeah, yeah man, when we worked on that song, I remember Tando made the keys and everything. We were just working on the keys. Muti was in the building also, and we were working, and he helped me finish it off in terms of the production, like just strengthening, especially the drums and everything. He had that nice guitar, big bass guitar in there. So yeah, like I'm saying, shout out to the team for helping me put that together. But the song, like I say, was done before she was born, and it was more so just for, though I was very anxious when she was before she was born, because I didn't know what to expect. I don't have a girl child, so this is my first girl child. So it was literally like the first time I actually had a kid, because I didn't know what to expect. It was just one of those things. So yeah, and then like I'm saying, there was this element of just feeling like, gosh, what am I bringing this child to? Like the kind of world. So I think the first verse is more so just about that. See, this is the kind of world that I'm bringing into hate over love, violence over peace type of a world, you know what I'm saying? And then the second verse goes into just my anxiousness and the importance of what she is to me and how I can't wait to meet her and all those kind of things, yeah, so yeah man, the song is it's very special to me. I love it so much that I sang on the hook because really I wanted to sing to my baby girl, understand that. And the reason that I make reference to Winnie Mandela and Lindiwe Sisulu on the chorus is because I want my daughter to not just be a pretty girl, because I know she's gonna be pretty. Her mom is pretty, I'm handsome. But just besides that, I wanted to be a strong woman. I wanted to understand what real strength is, So if anything, I want her to ask herself the day she's grown up enough to ask herself if it's okay. My dad made a song and he made reference to me being Lindiwe Sisulu or Winnie Mandela, and I wanted to go and read up on those people so that she can know what I was talking about. And I don't know, man, when I was a kid, that's what my mom used to do. She used to just tell me all kinds of interesting stuff, and then she just provide a book that kind of gives me the opportunity to learn about that thing that she's made me curious about. And then that's how she got me to like reading, and reading has just been so FUN2MENTAL, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I've always been a reader, even not as much as I would like to now, because I've got so many things to do. But my mom always put me up on reading, and it's one thing I want to teach my kids. I want them to love it. And like, man, when I pray, because I'm a praying man, I believe in a higher power, and I believe the world is more spiritual than physical, which is why people like us are quite the force in society, and also on the flip side could be a problem in society, because we harness feelings and emotions and things that are not seen, the things that are unseen. It is the same problem that Lucifer had. If you are a biblical man, you know that Lucifer used to observe that his morning song, because he was the first son, and whatever song that he chose kind of dictated the mood in heaven. And for that reason, he started to think he was, more powerful, or he could control and, manipulate. So yeah, but again, without making this a church sermon, I'm just saying, obviously, there's power in music, you know, such that there was discord in heaven because the one man that plays music started to think he was smarter than everyone else or anything of that nature. So used right and used positively, I think music can be a very powerful tool. We can turn so many positive things, we can have a positive spin in society. Right now there's this whole huge problem, like I'm saying, with the mental health and suicide and and it's like, you know, that is all things that music can fix and the music can start to address. So yeah, but basically this is what I would like us to do when we have these sessions that I'm talking about, which is the fundamentals by Size Killa, courtesy of Black Records, courtesy of Timbuktu Library, courtesy of Forever Legendary and Bantfu Nation. But yeah, it is something I'm hoping will start to spark other conversations outside of the music, but then you will understand these are the kind of conversations that are being had before these songs are being written and recorded. So there's a lot that goes into it. And then Nanawe, I'd love to hear from you as a person who's listening to my music, and just to be honest, man, I'm not out here just so people can start insulting me and saying all kinds of foul shit to me, because I'm human also. But and just honestly, I'm probably gonna ignore you. But yeah, for anyone that's got any creative criticism or something positive to say or something to add that they feel is valuable, please hit me up and let's see what we can do as a people. Yeah, I'm told. This is the Fundamentals by Size Killa, where everything is fun to your mental. My name is Caesar. I'm Ted. Thank you so much. I love y'all.
Anansi Amazon, the malam sanket that I don't eat the meat. I stay away from beef, the fish with the ayas. You can keep the baseball cap, no that's a joke. I dug the sheets and shipped the yummet. It's the way I mold, the mold and golden root. The motto in this artist style. To imitate the joke and root, so why they spin the bottle? I got some vision, biggest Size Killa, presidential top on Becky in the chinchilla. It's a tribal core quest. Ima, Siba, Tima, Gungaliba. Bakobang ngemfika kumadima sapathu madiba.